Hey guys, Chris here. As usual, we'll be doing a recap of today and a video for tomorrow. As usual, I like to do shout out to everybody in the comments below. If anybody has any questions, I guess I'll answer them down here as well. Also, if you're wondering why I put studying music up here, I was studying for like a couple hours and I had some music on, and yeah, that's why it's up there, and I don't want to delete it, so it's there. Anyways, let me copy that score streak referral for later. Anyway, shout out to T Bennett and. You sent me 13 bucks, T Bennett. I don't know if that's a donation or if you wanted to use that for a split. I don't know if I want to split on a slam, so I'll probably send the money back to you. Yeah, just let me know. I'll send it back if that's what your intention was. Yeah. Shout out to T Bennett. Shout out to Mike 212231, my boy. Appreciate all the positive stuff, man. I left some kind words here. Shout out to Che Burnham. Shout out to Robert Gal, my hot roster dude. Shout out to Bubba Kurth. We'll see. I'll see you tonight then. Shout out to XTG104. Shout out to T Bennett. George Hill was a great play, by the way. Shout out to the life of Mikey. Shout out to Joshua Rudolph. Shout out to Buddy Weber. I don't know if Hibbert did go off. Shout out to Robert Gall. Shout out to Kerry Nevens. And I really appreciate this, Kerry. Really appreciate this. I guess you read this. Shout out to Johnny Fu. Shout out to Hassan. Yes, there is in fact no Ben McLemore. Shout out to Stephen Jim 12. Shout out to Todd Bossenmeyer. Shout out to CeeLo Sleek. Shout out to Alex Ortega. Thanks, man. Shout out to ET Sniper. Shout out to Jeremy Burton. Shout out to Kenneth Elsliger. Shout out, man. Shout out. Shout out to Jeremy Burton. All right, now let's go ahead and let's go look on the give donations to give shout outs to everyone who's donated. As usual, if you want to support me, you can send me a PayPal donation. I'll be giving nicknames to people who donate through PayPal. Anything is welcomed. I don't like to push this onto people. It's just an option. It's just a way you can support me if you like what I do. Yeah. So shout out to Robert Ergal. Shout out to Lewis the Rocket Locket. Shout out to Sean Chuck and Threes Dyke. Shout out to Rags to Richard Contreras the Contrarian. Shout out to Gus the Bus Flores. Shout out to Uncle Drew Lansing. Shout out to Kenneth Spittin' Bars Elsliger. Shout out to Todd Boskermeyer Wiener. Shout out to T Ballin. Shout out to Lucas with the Brick Anderson. Shout out to Gus Gino from downtown Saskatchewan. I don't know. Shout out to Effie Salami the Salami Calamari Monster. Shout out to Brian Abel Costa Crossover, Brian Costa, and shout out to Stephen O Snap, Stephen O. And it's not just PayPal that you can help me out, and I'll give you a nickname if you sign up through ScoreStreak and sign up through my referral and deposit $10 a play. I will give you my picks and a special shout out and nicknames, just like on here. So it's another way you can support me. I really like this way because it really helps me out. They give me 10 bucks for each referral I can give them, so that'd be great if you guys help me out. And it's a really easy site too. I've cashed almost every time I've played on here. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, that's pretty much it on that. I thought I was gonna say more about that. Anyways, yeah. I'll show a score streak later in the video. If you need hot roster picks, haul up my boy Robert Gal on Twitter. At Gal Robert 10. He's very reliable and has been playing a lot more than me. Send him an email if you want to sign up. This is his email, and bug him on Twitter for advice and picks. If you want to try hot roster, remember I used to do it all the time. I can't anymore. He is very reliable on hot roster and is pretty much addicted to it and on it 24/7. So he's my dude. Give him your email, give him everything, and he usually comments in my video too. So keep an eye out for that. Anyways, after that 3-minute intro, about 4 minutes. So let's go into the lineup. Yeah, so I did cash today. Good 20 bucks. I entered a $10 double up because I've been slumping, so I didn't enter that much today. But a nice little return here. I went John Wall, as did everybody else. John Wall was almost an obvious play, and you could pretty much fit him in with all the value that there was today. Darren Williams was a little sneaky play for me. I thought he started off great. He had like 8 points to start the first quarter, which is a nice little start. You think he keeps on building like that and finishes with around 30 points maybe, but nothing much. 10 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers. So nothing crazy. Underwhelming a bit. Actually underwhelming a lot. Brad Beal, really good play. Anybody on Ben McLemore immediately is giving consideration. Evan Turner, I had enough for him. He did okay, 5.5K, about 22 points. Almost 4 times value. I mean, it's whatever. Yeah, it's whatever with Turner. Rodney Hood, this is my boy here. Rodney Hood. This guy was getting steals. He was getting rebounds. He was scoring randomly. He really bumped me up the board. Really nice play here. I also noticed people started MCW, and he was a late scratch. That's bullshit. I hate when that shit happens. So I feel you guys who started him. Um, yeah, and then I noticed people had Gordon Hayward too. He did shit. I had Chris Middleton. Um, he had a tough matchup, but he tends to alternate 20 games and 40 games. He alternated a 20 game to a 27 game, so this is okay, and he was low owned, so this really helped bump me up the board. Derek Favors, really highly owned, 40 points, did great. Him and Gobert, they're monsters. Randolph, decent game out of him. I'm okay with this, I guess. 29 points. You definitely want to run 35 if you 7.9K. Brooke, and I was talking about my bust here. Brooke Lopez, who started off great. He got the first bucket and got a couple boards and got a block. He had around 10 points in the first quarter, just like Darren Williams. They both started off really good, and I was like, oh, sweet. They'll keep bumping me up the board. But Brooke Lopez just, I don't know what the hell happened because I stopped looking at it. I started studying. And then I come back and I noticed he only had 16 points. I was like, how? But 4 turnovers, that definitely doesn't help. I definitely thought he'd get more than 10 points. 7 rebounds. You definitely think he would do a lot more than that. Just a really bad game out of Brooke Lopez. And it's kind of like what he is. He's so inconsistent. You can't really trust him in a cash game. But I saw the potential there. I could have easily went down to Gortat and had a safer play and easily went up to Gobert and have a safer play. But I just looked at Lopez, the guy who wouldn't be as highly owned. It probably would go off against the Sixers. And it didn't pay off. But thank God I did good. So, yeah. Shout out to Chris Middleton and Rodney Hood. Let's go look at tomorrow for our lineup. We have, there's a lot of options tomorrow. I'm just not sure which are going to be blowouts and which are going to be competitive. Um, I'm looking at Denver and New Orleans and Portland and Toronto to be competitive. I'm not sure if Orlando will get blown out. If Minnesota's out Rubio, I can't really see them staying in it with San Antonio. I see Phoenix blowing out New York, and I see Atlanta maybe taking out the Lakers, but the Lakers are pretty, they can keep games competitive, so I wouldn't exactly say that yet. So, anyways, point guards, I may be biased. I have two Raptors, my favorite. I have DeRozan and Laurie, just because I know they're the go-to guys and they're the guys who get the points up there, and there should be a lot of points in this game, so that's why I have both of them in. I am a big Toronto fan, so that might also help. But yeah, that's why they're kind of there. Damian Lillard, I love playing point guards against Toronto because they're bad. Laurie's just not that good, I guess you could say. Lillard, coming off a 42-point game. He does tend to alternate bad and good games. Good. I don't know. Oh, well. I mean, he didn't do it here, but like good, bad, good, bad, good. So I guess he's not an alternator, but okay, so I guess you don't have to worry about that. But Lillard has a good matchup. He should do good. This is the type of match he'll thrive in, I'm thinking. But I don't know. So I got Lillard, Laurie, point guards. There's a bunch to go around. You could definitely go Shaved. Tony Parker's been on a tear. You can definitely go him. Shaved's been on a tear. You can definitely go him. Clarkson's always a guy you want to consider. I like Schroeder. I really like Schroeder. I can't really give a reason why, but I really like him tomorrow. So I spend the Lakers, and he usually does good even if he is the backup. So shout out to Schroeder. Hope he does good. I think he will. But Shaved is a really interesting play. So keep an eye out on Shaved. Shooting guard, I think if Cleveland was to, if the Magic were to keep it close, I think Oladipo would keep him in it. So I'm expecting a big game out of Depot. If Tyreek Evans is out, Eric Gordon's almost must play to me, so I'll probably stick to Gordon and then upgrade one of these small forwards or my power forwards. But Eric Bledsoe's just way too inconsistent to start. He never hits his value. This dude never hits his value, 8.1K. He's kind of like Kyle Lowry in a way. But yeah, it just doesn't hit his value. Doesn't really do much, so I wouldn't play him. Small forward, Kawhi Leonard's always a very interesting option. I wouldn't go Wiggins because Leonard would be on him. PJ Tucker is a nice play since what's it called? Since Brandon Knight looks like he's out. Is Brandon Knight out for sure? I wouldn't know. Yeah, he won't take the floor. So Tucker's always a nice play if you want to go cheaper. De'Mari Carroll hasn't been doing much lately. So I like Gallinari just because he's been posting up monster games. 37, 35. He scores and he gets minutes. I guess that's all you really need. But I don't know. So, and then I love Batum. He's been doing great with Wesley Matthews out. He did not do great last game against the Pistons. But You see like these high scoring games he does pretty good in. Clippers, yeah, I expect it to be a very similar game. So I think Batum will have a great game. So I have Batum and Gallinari. Power forwards, I love Marcus Morris. He's been doing great. I really don't know who to go as a second power forward. I'm assuming I'll go Paul Millsap just so I can have someone in the late game to butt me up the board. I don't think he'll be high owned either way. He might be. I'm not sure. But Barjani is always an interesting play. Um, Maybe even Duncan if he's getting his minutes. Yeah, he looks like he's getting his minutes. So Duncan's a nice play in there too. Um, Adrian Payne if is Garnett out. Yeah, if Garnett's out, he's always a nice play, but he's not out. So not much there. LaMarcus Aldridge obviously would be a nice play to put in there, especially if Valanciunas is out. Aldridge might be must play to me, and I might try to find a way to get him in there. But just for right now, I have Millsap and Marcus Morris. Centers works differently. Vucevic would be interesting. Horford would probably be a really good play because Lakers suck against rebounding centers or power forwards. Gorgie Chang, if Pekovic is out, Chang would be a good play. If Valanciunas is out, maybe want to give a look at Patrick Patterson. Robin Lopez would be a really good play if Valanciunas is out as well. Brandon Wright, I have Brandon Wright just because Len is out, so I like Brandon Wright tomorrow. If Brandon Wright for some odd reason is out, then I have no problem going Earl Barron or whatever his name is. He's probably minimum priced. Yeah, I have no problem going Earl Barron or whatever his name is. I think he can easily hit value if he's the only center on that team. Or if not, I might just move to Markieff Morris and just run two Morris brothers. So yeah, so Brandon Wright looks like what I have right now. A lot of these players will probably be highly owned, so I'll probably find a way to differentiate myself. But this is what I have so far. Let's just look at a quick draftster line. What I did today. I did this on I did a bunch of 25-cent entries because F it, the 25-cent entries. I've never seen that before on double ups. And this is who I ran: George Hill, Bino, Ujira, George Hill, Bradley Beal, Omar Caspi, who sucked ass today, Rodney Hood, Cousins, Favors, Lopez, and Lopez didn't do shit either. So that's what I ran. Didn't do anything. Let's go look at score streak. Let's see if I can make a quick score streak lineup for you guys. If you guys want to try this out, it will be in the description below. So 30 points. James Harden has struggles with the Clippers, so probably not. LeBron James probably has a good chance to hit that because the Magic suck against small forwards. I'm assuming D. Lillard would have a really good game too, so I'll go D. Lillard at 24. And then I'll go DeMar Too Good DeRozan at 20. I think he easily hits that tomorrow. If I can find him. Where's DeMar DeRozan? There he is. So that's probably what it would look like. 30, 24, 20. You probably find safer plays too. If Davis is in, obviously you would go Davis 24 maybe. That'd be a lot safer. I like using Bridge for rebounds, but Bridge could definitely hit 20. So maybe if you're not feeling DeRozan, you go Bridge 20. But I think you can use Bridge for rebounds. DeAndre Jordan should have 16 rebounds against the Rockets, no problem. Vucevic is a little interesting. I don't know if he'll get that. Omar Ashik usually hits 10 rebounds, but I'm not sure if I should trust him. So let's go Vucevic 12. Kevin Love hasn't. I'm not gonna go Kevin Love. Omar Ashik. Yeah, maybe no, not Duncan. I don't know to go for this one actually. 10 rebounds, probably Ashik or Duncan. I'll go Duncan. If Thompson was starting, I'd go Thompson 12, but he doesn't play. And then obviously Chris Paul for 11. He's the closest bet to get that. 9 assists. I like how. Oh no, I like Alfred Payton for. Oh wait, Alfred Payton has a bad matchup. Alfred Payton can dish out those assists though. Maybe Harden. No. Lawson dishes out a lot of assists. We can go Lawson, and then be safe with Kyle Lowry here. So yeah, maybe something like this. Anyways, this was a very long video. I'm not used to doing something this long. But this is Score Streak. If you guys want to try it out, referral will be in the comment below. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. So, bye-bye.